And we're back. We are back. We are back streaming. We had some technical issues with the previous stream. I had to cut it off really quickly. But we are back. We are back. Same thumbnail. Everything's the same. It's just a new live stream. So, yeah, like I was saying, we're going to be looking at the earnings call, Q3 2022 results. Of course, the Polestar share has been going absolutely crazy today. We want to take a look at that as well. The earnings call is like 45 minutes long. That's why I wanted to do a live stream. But the share price is doing absolutely amazing right now. And I just can't believe it. Now, PSNY is trending on Yahoo Finance. PSNY, look at that. It's trending on Yahoo Finance. Ooh! That's incredible. I was talking about this today. I was saying to myself, what if PSNY starts trending on Yahoo Finance? It's actually trending on Yahoo Finance. I have to take a screenshot. I just have to. I just have to take a screenshot. Wow, look at that. Look at that. We're actually third in the trending list. So my title and thumbnail, I'm going to change my thumbnail again because, no, the thumbnail is fine. But I'm going to change my title again because we're trending. We are trending. I'm going to put we are trending. Polestar stock trending. Plus $7. I'll say plus $7 because I didn't expect this to get anywhere close to $8 so quickly, to be honest with you. So it's what? It's really impressive. That is really impressive stuff. I'm not going to lie. That is really impressive stuff. Wow. And we're trending right now. Whoo, I called it. I called it in a tweet earlier today that we would be trending. I just had a feeling because the share price is up 17% today. 17%. So I just had a feeling that we have to be trending. If they don't put us on the trending list, something's wrong. I'm going to tweet this right now. I'm going to tweet this right now. I'll go to an image. I'm going to tweet this. PSNY, we are trending on Yahoo Finance. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. And let me tell you, the Polestar community has really held it together. We've really fought for this like no other. We've really fought for this. This is so well deserved, and I think this is a huge payoff for this is going to get Polestar so much attention. This is going to get Polestar so much attention. Wow. See what I mean? Everyone's talking about PSNY. Okay, we got the dude. Russ Gerber is talking about PSNY. Some Polestar math. Potential 100K EV sold in 2023 at 65K average. 6.5 bill in revenue. Wow. That would be amazing. Times 3 is about 20 billion or $10 per share. At 4 to 5 times revenue as its growth company, you get $15 a share. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Russ Gerber is the guy, fam. He's the one guy who has some status in the financial community, and he's actually talking about PSNY. Apart from the PSNY fan base, he's the guy who's talking about PSNY. I can't believe we're trending. Let's refresh. We are trending, ladies and gents. Let's check if we got any comments. So Frank Martinez is saying earnings after hour. Is earnings after hour? No. If you mean after the hours is closed, like after trading hours, no. I'm talking about the Q3 results. We're going to be listening to the entire webcast audio that Polestar did with the CEO, the CFOs, and everyone. Speaking of which, let's get it started, shall we? Because we've had our introduction. Polestar share is trending on Yahoo Finance. Everyone's excited. Everyone's talking about it. So that's fantastic. I posted some new videos about regarding to Polestar as well. Go check them out. But let's get the webcast started.
Flint, and I head up Polestar Investor Relations. Thank you, operator. Hello, everyone. My name is Brianna Flint, and I head up Polestar Investor Relations. Let me cover a few housekeeping points before handing over to Thomas Ingenlath, our CEO, for his opening remarks, followed by Johan Malmquist, our CFO, who will comment on our quarterly financial results in more detail. This will take about 15 minutes, and we will then open the line for analyst questions. If we have some time left, we will take questions from the web, which I will read out. Before handing over the call to Thomas, I would like to remind participants that many of our comments today will be considered forward-looking statements under the U.S. federal security laws and are subject to numerous risks and uncertainties that may cause Polestar's actual results to differ materially from what has been communicated. Forward-looking statements made today are effective only as of today, and Polestar undertakes no obligation to update any of its forward-looking statements. For a discussion of some of the factors that could cause our actual results to differ, please review the Risk Factors section of our annual report on Form 20-F or our other recent filings with the SEC. You may also find more information on forward-looking statements in our filings with the SEC or on our investor presentation and recent press releases, which are posted on our investor relations website. With that, I would like to turn the call over to Thomas. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Brianna.
Now, before we listen to Thomas Ingenlath, I got a new new comment from Jonas. I bought PSNY at $4, but only $200 worth. Wanted to buy more in the coming days. Listen, Jonas, listen, don't worry, mate. I didn't buy that much PSNY because of current personal financial situations. And by the way, this is not financial advice. It's not. But I just wanted to be honest with everyone. Don't worry, bro. PSNY is doing really well right now, but there will be other times when the share price dives down the cliff. There will be other times when the share price becomes really cheap once again. So don't worry. You're not losing out. You know, everyone feels about the fear of missing out, You're not losing out, mate. It happens. It's good that the share price is doing so well, but there will be time when it comes back down. Maybe $6, $5, who knows? But also, before we continue, listen, what is it? $7 right now, $7.63, and trending on Yahoo Finance, $7.59. This is still undervalued. This is still cheap, really cheap, really cheap. Remember now, Polestar is going for 250,000 cars being delivered by 2025. That's 3 years away. This is still really, really cheap. So Jonas, don't even worry. Don't even worry. Listen, another thing we have to talk about is Polestar's recent deliveries. I made a video about it. I posted about it. 100,000 Polestar 2s that are being produced. The final 100,000 Polestar will go to Ireland. So the majority of vehicles that Polestar are going to be delivering in this 3 months, Q4, towards the end of the year, those cars are already built. So essentially, they're just being delivered. So Thomas Ingenlath is always confident that they're going to hit that 50,000 K delivery. And I'm confident as well. I like their confidence, and I believe that they will. Because time after time, I see evidence to support that reason. Stuart Spink says earnings were the other week. I know, but I didn't get to make a video about earnings. Well, excuse me, I just had to cough right there. I didn't get to make a proper video about earnings call. I made a couple of videos. I made one about the earnings call, but I didn't get to go into detail, and I didn't get to listen to the 45 minutes webcast audible discussion between the CEO, CFO, and public. I didn't get to listen to this, so this is why we're doing this. I know I'm late, but I was sick. I was on vacation. That's why I wasn't uploading that much. Now we're back, and now we will start uploading videos again. A lot of videos are to come. Stuart Stuart removed his comment. You didn't have to. You could leave the comment. I like answering comments. Listen, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and let's go back to our earnings call. Let's listen and let's hear from Thomas Ingeluth, our CEO.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our first quarterly results call. I will start with some opening remarks and then pass on to Johan to comment on our financial results and the 2022 outlook. Now, this is an amazing year for Polestar, full of major milestones. I'm particularly proud of the phenomenal global premiere of the Polestar 3 that we delivered in Copenhagen a few weeks ago in front of hundreds of media, shareholders, and customers. Polestar 3 is our first SUV built for the electric age. It is full of fantastic features. Centralized computing with NVIDIA Drive core computing, for example, running on software from Volvo Cars, making it one of the safest cars and prepared for the future of highway piloting. Polestar 3 is a car that has been designed as a Polestar from start to finish. It defines the essence of our brand in terms of design, luxury, and ambition. Other milestones were, of course, our successful listing on New York's Nasdaq in June. A new global partnership with Hertz, totaling 65,000 cars over the 5 years. We move fast here. Already today you will find in 7 countries in Europe and in the US and Canada a Polestar fleet with Hertz. And we are continuing month after month to expand this offer of electric Polestars into the mobility on-demand arena. Last week, we have announced a $1.6 billion financing package from our major shareholders. We welcome their strong and continued support, especially when capital markets are volatile and unpredictable. In the first 9 months of 2022, we delivered approximately 30,400 vehicles globally, up around 100% year on year. Our fourth quarter is expected to be our strongest on record yet, and we are delivering against our 50,000 cars target. This is us meeting our annual targets for 2 years in a row, having also achieved our 2021 delivery target. We will celebrate next week a major production milestone, 100,000 Polestar 2 vehicles out of the factory gate. This solidifies our position as one of 2 global pure EV players already in mass production. Our cars have been recognized with multiple awards, and I'm particularly proud that the Car Design Awards recognized Polestar with the prestigious Best Brand Design Language for 2022. I would like to conclude with investment highlights that differentiate Polestar from others and will enable us to deliver on our strong strategy. 1, a well-defined growth strategy, which are capturing by operating in fast-growing car segments, having a rapidly expanding premium product portfolio that includes 5 pure EVs vehicles by 26, and with a global footprint of 27 active markets today. Unlike most of our peers, our global ambitions, they are reality, not an aspiration. 2, the asset-light model. It combines the best of both worlds, agility of a startup with the stability and manufacturing know-how from Volvo Cars and Geely. Importantly, this gives us access to production capacities across Asia, Europe, and US without having to build our own factories or find manufacturing partners. 3, we have a digital-first, direct-to-consumer approach that is complemented by an extensive network of retail sales and service points. 4, our core pillars of design, innovation, and sustainability, coupled with relentless focus and attention to detail. This includes avant-garde, pure Scandinavian design, performance-oriented hardware technology, innovative software solutions, and smart partnerships, and the leading ambition to create a truly carbon-neutral car by 2030. Now, lastly, demand for Polestar 2 remains very strong. we would have easily exceeded our vehicle sales target were it not for Shanghai lockdown earlier this year. Initial reception and demand for Polestar 3 is also incredible. Over 800,000 of YouTube viewers watched the world premiere of Polestar 3 online. It has created website traffic for Polestar similar high to the buzz that our extremely successful Super Bowl campaign produced earlier this year. I would like to reiterate, Polestar is a real car company. We are in production. We are putting cars on the road today, and we are delivering on our ambitious growth plan. Now, Johan, I would like to ask you to comment on our financial results.
Thank you, Thomas, and hello, everyone. And as Thomas said, thank you very much for joining our first quarterly earnings call. I look forward to interacting with many of you in the future, and please continue to engage with Bojana and the IR team, who are always here to support. We're glad that you are joining us on our exciting journey as a listed company, now and into the future. And moving on to the main part of my section, first some operational highlights. We have delivered 30,424 cars globally in the first 9 months of this year, of which 9,239 in the third quarter, alongside continued expansion in existing and new markets. As of today, we are active in 27 markets on 4 continents and have 128 locations and over 1,000 service points. We reaffirmed earlier this year, as well as today, that we are on track to deliver 50,000 vehicles by the end of 2022. We said we would catch up on production, and we did. Our strong partnership with Volvo Cars and Geely has allowed us to navigate through the supply chain constraints. The remaining 20,000 cars for 2022 have all been produced and are making their way or being delivered to customers across the globe. Q4 2022 is expected to be our strongest quarter on record yet. Now moving on to financial highlights for the 9 months ended September 30th, 2022. As this is our first earnings call as a listed company, I will focus on 9 months year-to-date commentary versus the same period last year and provide additional color for notable exceptions for the third quarter. Revenue increased 98% from 748 million in 2021 to 1.48 billion in 2022. Mainly driven by an increase in Polestar 2 vehicle sales across existing and new markets. This growth was partially offset by slightly lower revenue per vehicle due to product and market mix. And to put this into context, during the first 9 months of 2021, we mainly sold long-range dual-motor variants of the Polestar 2, while throughout this year we are also selling lower-priced variants, which have an impact on revenue per vehicle. Gross profit increased from 1 million in 2021 to 57 million in 2022, leading to a gross margin increase from 0.1% to 3.9%. This was driven by higher Polestar 2 sales and lower fixed manufacturing costs. When we look at Q3 2022, gross margin was 0.9%. This is a reflection of 2 factors. Firstly, a negative market mix from proportionately higher sales outside of Europe, where revenue per car is typically lower. And secondly, from FX headwinds. As our cars are produced in China, the majority of our costs are in renminbi, which has strengthened against European currencies, leading to a higher cost of sales. Selling, general and administrative expenses was only 31% higher at 625 million, compared to the 98% growth in revenues as we start to accrue benefits of scale. For the third quarter this year, SG&A expense was 20 million lower compared to the same period last year. This reduction was driven by management actions in curtailing advertising, marketing, and promotional activities in anticipation of the expected lower volumes in Q3. Research and development expenses were down 22% to 123 million due to lower amortization of intangible assets, partially offset by higher spend on future vehicles and battery electric technologies. Operating loss was 64% higher at 1.08 billion, impacted by a 372 million non-recurring, non-cash share-based listing charge in connection with the business combination that we reported in Q2 2022. Excluding this listing charge, operating loss increased 8% from 658 million in 2021 to 709 million in 2022. For the third quarter of this year, operating loss decreased 33% to 196 million, benefiting from higher revenues and active cost management actions. And lastly, net income for the third quarter was a positive 299 million due to the gain on the change of the fair value of the earnout liability and warrants of 561 million, which is primarily attributable to the change in the share price. Moving on to the balance sheet. At the end of September 2022, cash and cash equivalents stood at 988 million. Now, in regards to cash flow, cash used for operating activities year to date was 1.02 billion, driven by an increase in working capital as well as higher operating losses and interest expenses. Cash used for investing activities was 653 million, mainly due to the cash settlements for the Polestar 2, 3, and 4 intellectual property investments. Cash provided by financing activities was 1.97 billion, driven by the net listing proceeds of 1.42 billion and short-term working capital facilities totaling 1.56 billion, partially offset by nearly 1 billion in principal repayments. As Thomas mentioned, we obtained a 1.6 billion shareholder financing and liquidity package from our two major shareholders, which demonstrates their commitment and confidence in our future. This financial and liquidity package comprises of an 800 million 18-month term loan from Volvo Cars, matched in terms of total amount by the direct and indirect financing and liquidity support from our other main shareholder, PSD Investment. And you can find more detail on slide 16 in our investor update presentation. With the current macroeconomic and capital market environment as a backdrop, the support from our major shareholders allows us to focus on ramping up the business to deliver the cars to our customers for Polestar 3 start of production and first customer deliveries. This funding transaction also allows us time to unlock a broader range of longer-term financing alternatives when conditions in the capital markets improve. Before I hand over to the operator, let me wrap up with the outlook for the rest of this year.
Before we have a look at that, I must interject. With everything going on today, Polestar shares doing absolutely incredible. Polestar shares trending for possibly the first time I've ever seen Polestar share trending on Yahoo Finance. This is new. This is new territory. But something incredible that I just noticed is that the Polestar share, due to the fact that it's now worth $16.11 billion in market cap, it's actually incredibly close to NIO at 16.71 in market cap. I can't believe this. Now, a few months ago, if I told you that Polestar would get incredibly close to overtaking NIO, you'd probably call me crazy. Because a few months ago, NIO shares were much higher, above 25 billion in market cap. And as you can see, wow, Polestar recovery is quite incredible. I can't believe we're getting that close to NIO. In fact, on Yahoo Finance, this puts NIO share just around $9.99, $10. Yeah, that's a bit wild. Market cap 16.7 billion. Wow. So Polestar is getting incredibly close to NIO. Yeah. If you guys got any question, this is a good time to ask, because we're going to go back to the earnings call report. Yeah, I just wanted to add, one of the positive news for Polestar today is the fact that they finally built 100,000 Polestar 2s. The market is loving this. And the earnings call were actually quite positive because Polestar cut a lot of losses. They did. They cut a lot of losses. And they continue to impress. I mean, this quarter, they're looking to deliver at least around 20,000 vehicles. That's incredible. We've got 12 viewers right now, concurrent viewers. Listen, subscribe, hit that like button. If you have any comments, any questions, just drop a comment. Let's go back to our earnings call.
As I said before, despite continued supply chain constraints, we are on track to deliver on our full year guidance of 50,000 cars. We expect to deliver approximately 2.4 billion in revenues, driven by strong Q4 2022 sales. We expect gross margins in the fourth quarter to be broadly in line with Q3 2022, with similar pressures from product and market mix alongside foreign exchange. We do expect a greater impact from higher raw material costs to flow through, but to be partially mitigated by the vehicle price increases implemented earlier this year. In terms of accessible liquidity, with 988 cash balance at the end of September 2022, the 1.6 billion shareholder financing and liquidity package, alongside other potential financing solutions, we anticipate adequate funding through 2023. Thank you again for joining, and now over to the operator for the Q&A section.
Thank you. As a reminder, to ask a question, you will need to press star 11 on your telephone keypad and wait for a name to be announced. Please stand by while we compile the Q&A roster. This will take a few moments. Now we're going to take the first question, and it comes from the line of Winnie Dong from Deutsche Bank. Your line is open. Please ask your question.
Hi, thank you so much in advance for taking my questions. Yeah, I was wondering if you can quantify sort of how much mix and revenue and FX was impacting revenue and gross margin in a quarter. And then what are the puts and takes for the Q4 margin as well there?
In regards to FX, I think what I can say there is that if we look at the FX exposure we have, it's predominantly related to the fact that we have manufacturing in China, and therefore the exposure to the renminbi. If just to provide some guidance on sensitivity, I think, which is the best way to answer your question, if we look at a full year impact of a 10% change in the CNY versus SEK, that would equate to approximately $200 million on EBIT.
Okay, got it. And then sort of similar headwind and regional mix expected for Q4 impacting Q4 margin, thus putting it sort of in line with Q3. Is that the right way to think about it?
Yes, that's correct. That's our expectation, that the Q4 margins would be broadly in line with Q3. Similar pressures from the product and market mix alongside the foreign exchange. Okay, got it.
And then I was wondering if you can also then provide a bit more color on the 800 million in capital from PSD. How much of that is committed, and then any specifics on like what form or shape the liquidity might come through at?
Sure. So just to provide some more color then on this 1.6 billion shareholder financing and liquidity package. On the one hand, there's the $800 million term loan from Volvo Cars with an optional equity conversion feature in connection with the future equity raised by Polestar. This is then matched in terms of total dollar amounts by PSD, who will support via a combination of various financing arrangements. And that's ranging them from funding certain assets, and that may include purchasing non-core assets or entering into sale and leaseback arrangements. Also ensuring access to additional working capital facilities, and that may include them providing collateral support either directly or indirectly. And all of this we expect to materialize during the course of next year.
That's very helpful. Thank you so much. And then how do we think about puts and takes for sort of 2023 in terms of demand? What are you seeing sort of in the US, Europe, and China, how they're affecting sort of demand into 2023 deliveries? Do you anticipate additional sort of pricing actions?
So we were not planning on providing any 2023 outlook today. This is something that we will come back to and provide some guidance on our next earnings call when we cover the Q4 and the full year.
Okay, thank you so much for taking my questions.
Welcome.
Thank you. Now we're going to take our next question. Please stand by. And the next question comes to the line of Charles Caldicott from Redburn. Your line is open. Please ask your question.
Hi, guys. Thanks for taking my questions. So my first one, on the comment about you having sufficient funds to last through 2023, I think the guidance that you gave during the de-SPAC process was that free cash flow would be close to neutral in 2024, but maybe that's changed. Could you tell us how much funding beyond this $1.6 billion you need to eventually become self-funding and what year that will be?
Hi, Charlie. So I think given all the current market uncertainty, we're not going to give guidance on a specific point in time. I think what we can say is that we do expect to break even within the context of us reaching our 290,000 volume plan.
Okay, understood. And then just coming back to the gross margin in Q4 and maybe into next year. In the text of your document, you mentioned that price increases for batteries and other components that have already taken place in the market have not actually been experienced by you yet because of the contract terms you have with Volvo. So could you talk about when you expect the impact of higher battery costs and what will be the magnitude of that impact on the gross margin?
Sure. So when we look at raw material, for example, we see that there was only a limited impact in Q3 from the increases in raw material costs. And then this is due to the time lag between when it's reflected in our bill of materials to when it flows through our P&L. With that being said, we also only experienced a limited impact from the previously implemented price increases this summer due to the price protection of the order book at the time. So we expect both of these to have a larger impact in Q4.
Okay, thank you. And then Volvo launched the EX90 yesterday. Now, on a like-for-like basis, I think if I spec the cars with the same content, the launch version of the Polestar 3 long-range dual motor is about 22,000 euros cheaper, which is about 20% cheaper than the E. Obviously, partly it's a 5-seater versus a 7-seater, but a lot of the hardware and the battery pack capacity are identical. So how confident are you that the unit economics of the Polestar 3 are going to work on a much lower price point than the EX90?
Well, I cannot confirm the 20,000 that you refer here. I think that I cannot confirm there. And the picture is, of course, broader than that. You have to look into US, China, and Europe pricing. And then our pricing, of course, is compared here with the Volvo pricing that includes the LiDAR, while we have the pricing that you refer to with the pilot pack without the LiDAR. So that will be, of course, an additional price on what you compare now. So all in all, we see that the positioning of the Polestar 3 price-wise is not at all, if you spec it rightfully at the same level, is not at all below the EX90 pricing. So that I cannot confirm. We are definitely going here for a premium pricing with the Polestar 3.
Okay, understood.
Okay, so that was quite interesting to listen to Thomas Ingeleth right there. The market is getting late, you know. The market is about to close right now. Wow. $7.84. We're 20% up on Polestar share right now. Almost 21%. It's getting close to 21% in one day. A round of applause for Polestar. Leave a comment. A round of applause. Hit the like button if you like Polestar. Listen, this is absolutely incredible. I was talking about this today in a new video that I haven't published yet. And I was saying, I expect Polestar to have a great Q4. And if they do, I expect the share price to go above $8. It's about to do that right now. And the market is about to close. So that's the market. The market's about to close. Because I live in the UK. The market for me, it closed at 9 o'clock. Wow. This is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Bart says Polestar is already active in more markets than NIO. That's true. Way more markets. Way more markets. Way more markets. NIO is only in China, Sweden, Germany, about 5 or 6 markets. And the European markets are new. They're barely in any European market fully yet. It's mostly China. Polestar is everywhere. America, the UK. Polestar has delivered over 10,000 Polestar 2s in the UK alone. There are 10,000 vehicles in the UK right now that are Polestars. In fact, more than that, because let's not forget the Polestar 1, the hybrid. There's at least a couple of hundred of those Polestars in the UK. At least a couple of hundreds. Highly collectible. I've seen one once and it was so damn nice. Ladies and gents, Polestar is trending on Yahoo Finance. I'm not going to stop saying. I'm not going to stop saying it because what is taken for us to get to this place? Let's refresh the market cap. We're getting close to, look at that. Look at Polestar and NIO. It's so close right now. We're going to be more valuable than NIO. Now, the market is about to close in like 2 minutes. 1 minute. 1 minute and the financial market will close. 1 minute. Can we become a more valuable company than NIO in that time? So what's going on with NIO? Actually, the share price is going up. The share price on NIO is going up. So I think I might have spoken too soon. Listen, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. What is this advertisement on TradingView? I just want to use TradingView like a normal person without signing in right now. Yeah, I don't really want to sign in right now. Wow, what a great day it's been for Polestar. So I think the market is about to close in like 10 seconds. I just wanted to talk to the camera while the market closed. Yeah, we got 10 seconds before the market closed. $7.81. That's crazy. That is absolutely incredible. That is absolutely incredible. Oh my goodness. The market is closed. The market is closed. For today, that's our closing price. We've killed it today. We're absolutely amazing. We are absolutely amazing. We will get back to the earnings call. We will continue listening to the earnings call. Don't you worry. I just wanted to take a moment to appreciate the Polestar share before the market close. This has been an incredibly strong day for Polestar, and there it is, trending on Yahoo Finance. Tomorrow morning, when the market opens again, I expect the Polestar share to take a big hit. I expect it to go down. That's what typically happens. There's usually a correction, and based on today, there's been no correction. We've just been upwards. We've been upwards, like one of those rockets that Elon Musk builds. We're just going upwards. I wanted to share this concept design with you. I'm working on a new newsletter. I'm working on a new newsletter for Monuments. It includes Polestar information and Polestar content. I'm also including some of these Polestar concepts because they are incredible. This was part of the Polestar design competition. The designs are absolutely out of this world. Like, who comes up with this idea? And the funny thing is, I want it. I really want it. I really want this car. Not just this car, but I've seen a few concepts that have did a few Polestar concepts, and they're so beautiful. Ladies and gents. So Courtney Vegan says, after hours trading is going on. Is it? How does that work? After hours trading. I'm not too familiar with after hours trading. How does that work with after hours trading? Help me understand. I also saw this Polestar concept and I really love this one. I think it's the same one I showed earlier, but in a slightly different color. Some more Polestar content, some more Polestar concepts. Look at that. Look at that. The crazy thing is that Polestar will create a few of these concepts one day. They will. They will. They definitely will. Not all of them, but I expect at least 2-3 of these concepts in the next 10-15 years by Polestar. It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get wild. As you can see, this is our Monument Instagram channel, and it's majority cars. I'm not gonna lie. This is what I wanted to share. This is a Cybertruck competitor. This is the Cybertruck competitor. I know it doesn't look really good right now, but look at it from the back. The designer actually, so this is a concept of what it could look like. I think this could be the next Polestar car to get announced. A big pickup truck. And Polestar wants to focus on the USA market. And what do they love? Pickup trucks. What do they love? The Cybertruck. I honestly think Polestar will build one of these things. Maybe 2028, maybe 2029 at the earliest, because we have to build a Polestar 5, we have to build a Polestar 6 before we can get to a pickup truck. But if there will be a Polestar pickup truck, this is what it should look like. This image got me so excited. I was screaming in my house. I was screaming. I was going wild. I was going wild. This is the designer, by the way. This is the person who designed the Polestar truck, and I hope Polestar makes that vehicle. I really want them to make that pickup truck. I mean, I can't be the only one who instantly falls in love with that thing. Like, if I had a choice, Tesla Cybertruck or a Polestar pickup truck, this is another concept design of the pickup truck. I need this. I need this. I need this in my life. I need it. I need it. Wow. We're going to get back to the earnings call because I know you guys didn't come here just to listen to me talk all night. But I just wanted to share with you some of the Polestar concepts. We're going to go a little bit more into the concepts a little bit later, but we're going to get back to our earnings call. Courtney says Yahoo Finance has the post-trading number there. Where can I find that stuff? So it says USA market closed. So if the USA market is closed, that means other markets are open. Naturally, there's other markets the UK market closed like 5 o'clock today. So there could be other markets that are open. So when you say after hours trading, I'm trying to find where that is. Help me out. Help me find it. Or just send me a link in the comments. Let's get back to our earnings call.
If I can sneak one last one then. The US market, can you talk about the impact of the Inflation Reduction Act, which obviously means that you don't get the incentive on the Polestar 2 anymore? Whether or not you can rectify that, I don't know. Whether you can shift it to Charleston and how we think about regards to the Polestar 3.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to comment on that because there are still too many uncertainties, and we have to see really the full picture in the next year. Our customers are already at the moment excluded from that because of combined household income. that takes them obviously above that threshold. So for that reason, this is till for now not a major event for us. But again, it's a little bit too early to really comment on that. That we have to see how it develops in the new year.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Sure.
Thank you. Now we're going to take our next question. Please stand by. And the next question comes from the line of Itai Michaeli from Citi. Your line is open. Please ask your question.
Great, thanks. Hi, everybody. Thanks for taking my question. Just a couple of follow-ups. First, maybe I'm going back to the Polestar 3, Thomas, hoping you can maybe to it a little bit around what you might be seeing on reservations, broader demand, as well as maybe what you're seeing by region, and as well as a configurator, what portion of consumers might be choosing the performance pack for the Polestar 3.
Yeah, reception for Polestar 3 has been fantastic. I mean, the launch was. We are satisfied and happy with the reception of it. You have to excuse me being here a bit turning this around. We have much more focus now for us to really concentrate now on start of production of this car, first customer deliveries. That is what we are concentrating on, our focus, because we actually don't worry or are not in doubt about the customer demand here. We really want to make sure now that customers don't have to wait too long for the car, and that we are actually able to deliver on that demand. And for that reason, that's our strong focus.
Great, thank you. And then Thomas, how about on the Polestar 4? Maybe if you could provide an update there on. It looks like from the slides it still is slated to launch next year. Just curious when you think production may start, or if you can give us a little bit more color on when you may reveal that vehicle.
Yeah, that will be indeed part of our 2023 program to launch the car, at least in where it will go into market first. We have the situation that, of course, the development of Polestar 4 is on track, very well advanced. A little bit of explanation here, obviously, being spread out with the R&D forces here, having here the Polestar 4 complete different team working on it, secures that there's a very strong focus from that side on this development, and it is therefore nicely on track, and we indeed will be preparing to bring this car to market within 2023.
Terrific. And then maybe just a last question, maybe for Johan. As we think about cash flow in the fourth quarter, any color you could provide on just how to think about working capital and maybe CapEx as well?
Yes, sure. Working capital in fourth quarter, I would expect an increase in working capital in the fourth quarter, but not to the same extent that we've seen year to date. And the fourth quarter working capital increase would then be driven primarily by an increase in accounts receivable following the higher sales in Q4, whereas I would expect inventory and accounts payable balances to be remain very similar to what they were in Q3. In regards to CapEx, there I would expect CapEx to be proportionally higher in Q4, but I would not expect it to exceed $1 million in total for the full year. I think any delta to prior CapEx guidance is related to timing rather than a change in the investment spend. So that would rather spill over into the next year then.
That's all very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we're going to take our next question. Please stand by. And the next question comes to the line of Alex Potter from Piper Sandler. Your line is open. Please ask your question.
Great. Thanks very much for taking the question. So my first question is regarding, I guess, supply chain health, generally speaking, and then specifically also regarding outbound vehicle shipments from China. I know that generalized ocean shipping rates, they seem to have been coming down by a lot recently, but specific to the auto industry, I've heard that there's still a lack of ships. It can be difficult to find ships that are capable of exporting cars out of China. So given how important China is to your manufacturing footprint, just interested in hearing anything that you're willing to share on that topic of ocean shipping rates, and then also, like I mentioned, more generally on just the status of the supply chain overall.
Yeah, when it comes to the logistics, they are, of course, challenging. That is something that everybody is experiencing. Having said that, we have very, very experienced partners supporting us in that. Us now having, for example, the 20,000 cars that have been produced that we still have to deliver till the 50,000 target, which we are confident doing. Why are we confident? Because indeed the logistics could be arranged. And yes, going out from China is one of the problems that you have to tackle in that, but there are alternatives around which we know how to deal with and work with and what we are using. So generally, the supply chain issues, the COVID-19 stuff, there is a big experience by now over the 2 years that helps us to deal with that. Specifically, logistics is something that in the broader Volvo Geely frame, this is something which is a very, very established and experienced organization that has been using these channels for decades and indeed have ways and means of how to cope with this.
Okay, great. That's helpful. And anything regarding semiconductors that you would want to call out?
Well, what to say about this? Semiconductors, that's part of what I try to describe here. 2 years of what I call the new normal have made us, of course, deal with this on a weekly, on a monthly basis, and this is something that will it change in 2023? No, all the experience that we have collected now to deal with that, we will have to use again in 2023. Having said that, this catch up that we have performed now here in August, September, October, of course, we're exactly under those conditions. And we managed to, after the Shanghai lockdown, to ramp up our production, have higher production than ever for Polestar 2 under exactly those circumstances. And that is exactly where we feel, of course, as well, that we go well prepared in 2023.
Okay, great. Yeah, I can appreciate it's a challenging environment for you and for everyone else. So I feel for you on that front. Maybe the last question, just regarding sales and marketing. You mentioned that it ticked down here sequentially. Do you think that, I guess I'm interested in learning maybe why that's the case. Are you just trying to preserve capital? Do you think this is a good sales and marketing run rate, or do you think it'll tick back up again now that you're going to be pushing harder on Polestar 3? Just any commentary you could give on the outlook for sales and marketing spend would be helpful. Thanks.
Sure. Our action to curtail that here in Q3 was in part driven by just recognizing that we would have the expected lower volumes. Of course, as we enter into Q4 and next year, we will ramp that back up again in order to support those volumes. So I would view it more as something that impacted Q3. With that being said, in light of the current market backdrop and of course the macro environment that we have and is likely to persist, we are very stringent in our spend, specifically as it relates to our operational costs, not only advertising and promotion. And there we are working across the company to identify and execute on cost efficient opportunities. And of course, that has to be balanced then with the growth phase we're in. So we are very calculated in the areas we're looking to hold back spend on.
Perfect. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
Thank you. Dear participants, as a reminder, if you wish to ask a question over the phone, please press *11 on your telephone keypad. Now we're going to take our next question. And the next question comes to the line of Erik Golrang from SEB. Your line is open. Please ask your question.
Thank you. I had 4 questions. 3 of them have been asked. So I'll take the last one. And it's sort of some help on your flexibility and maneuverability to the extent we get a clearly weaker sort of demand and economy next year. I mean,
let's take a pause for a moment on the earnings call. It's getting close to the end of the earnings call, and I think we've passed majority of the most important stuff in the earnings call. Excuse me. So to answer Courtney Vagan, I think I found the Yahoo aftermarket or after hours trading page. I think, not entirely sure. There's many other things going on in the space right now, guys. Let's not forget that, after all, we do love Polestar, but we do talk about other stuff. What's really big for me right now is the fact that Disney is making moves. I don't know if you guys pay attention to Disney, but you should. And I'll quickly show you why. I remember specifically around 2020, March, Disney was down $96. Now, February 2021, they were up $189. Yeah, now they're back down at $96. So do not underestimate Disney, because the price is where it is right now, where it was back in a bad time in 2020 March when a full pandemic was going on. So basically Disney's undervalued and cheap right now. It's incredible. It really is incredible. But yeah, we mostly focus on Polestar, of course. Bart says you can see after market price with Google. Oh, can you? I'll check Google as well, by the way. I'll definitely check Google. What do you guys think about the crazy FTX news? Because that's wild. I don't know if you know this, but I do have a crypto channel as well. Speaking of the crypto channel, if you go to my main channel and you go to channels, Altcoin Disrupt is my second channel. This is my second channel. It's actually bigger than Monument. Much more subscribers. Not doing well recently because the crypto market is doing terrible. Yeah, but Disney is making moves. So, Courtney Vagan, is this the page? Is this the page I'm looking for? What useful information can I get from this page? That's what I want to know. What useful information? Can I get any information on this page to do with Polestar? That'd be pretty cool. Listen, by the way, I do have a newsletter, the Monument newsletter, and we've had some great articles. I love this article. The Volvo EX90. I love the live stream that I did. I love the article that I wrote. And it had a positive response. Everyone seemed to like this article that I wrote. And I made a video as well. So you get everything all in one. So check out my Monument newsletter. A link is in the description. If you like the articles, feel free to subscribe. I talk about everything. NIO, tech stock, Apple. It was wild. I was actually talking about Apple recently. Apple is more valuable than Netflix, Meta, Amazon, and Google all together. And Polestar. You can put Polestar in there. And Polestar. You can throw Polestar in there if you'd like. Yeah, this newsletter we talk about a lot of stuff. But majority Polestar. majority Polestar content. We do have a Patreon as well. I have been posting Patreon videos, so these are some of my Patreon videos. There is there's a 30-second preview. It is locked though. I also have my wallpapers. Leave a comment right now. What do you guys think about my wallpapers? These wallpapers are Polestar wallpapers. There is an F1 wallpaper that says Red Bull. I don't even support Red Bull, but it was the only free F1 2022 car that I could get. The model. I had to get the model online. I created all of this in Blender or 3D software, so I had to get the car models online, and it was really cool to create some Polestar wallpapers. So you can use them on your iPhone, Samsung phone, Android, whatever. But it is on the Patreon. If you guys don't want to subscribe to the Patreon, that's fine. We can do a giveaway, and I can give away some of the wallpapers. If you want the wallpapers, let me know. We'll do a giveaway because I want people to have the wallpapers, and I'm going to create way better wallpaper. These wallpapers are just beginners wallpaper. They're beginners wallpaper. Let's touch on the Polestar filing. I saw some important stuff we need to focus on. For one, management. If you like a company, if you support a company, you have to pay attention to the management. The management is key. Good management and a unique brand quality or unique brand value. Companies that hold good brand value, Disney, Apple, Nike, those companies, they hold strong brand value. Tesla, BMW, Mercedes, Volvo holds extremely strong brand value because Volvo customers are niche audience and they're very specific. Not everyone likes Volvo cars because they're not the prettiest cars, but people love Volvo cars because they're reliable, they're resourceful, they are spacious, they're the safest cars on the road for decades. Good brand value is key. And of course, a great management. And I'm happy to say that the Polestar management have been pretty damn good so far, from the CEO to the designer, head of designer, the CFO, Jonah, the CFO. You know, they've got some good people in place. Even the UK manager, Jonathan, I believe his name is, good manager. So I've been following the management. It's really important to follow the management. This is the future of Polestar. Every year except for 2025, there will be a new Polestar. The next Polestar to be revealed, I have a feeling that it will be a Polestar pickup truck. Like I was showing you the renders, the concepts earlier. I think it could be something like that. We got a comment from Jay BTW, by the way. Notice how Polestar production strategy has allowed it to the opposite of Tesla, start by making large number of their cheapest EVs as opposed to small numbers of most expensive ones. Yes, I noticed that, and I love that about Polestar. I really do, because what Tesla did, they had to do. They had to do that. What Tesla did, they had to do. When Tesla was making the Tesla Model S in 2012, 2013, it was incredibly difficult to make EV vehicles at a cheap price. So the Tesla Model 3, the Polestar 2, making those cars in 2013 at that price was almost near impossible. A lot of infrastructure, a lot of research, a lot of resources, a lot of money has to go into these things. So Tesla didn't have much of a choice. They had to do what they did. And I get it. I get that. Now Polestar is a different story. Polestar doesn't have to create expensive cars and only sell a small number. They can create affordable cars like the Polestar 2 at a good price and a good car with good range. So actually Polestar is fortunate to be in the position that they are, that they don't have to create the most expensive cars and sell the most expensive cars, because Tesla did that for a long time. And look how long it took Tesla to accelerate their production. It took them a long time. However, Polestar, it's not taking them that long to accelerate their production. 2.5 years, they have created 100,000 EVs. That's incredible. That's incredible. I don't think Tesla did that with the Model S that quickly. Maybe they did. Maybe I'm wrong. But because that car is so much more expensive, I don't think they did that well. So I've noticed what Polestar is doing. I like the Polestar strategy. And I think it could work. Because remember now, Polestar's competition is Porsche. It's not Tesla. Tesla and Polestar, they're not competitors. They're not competitors. Tesla wants to build 10 million cars a year. Polestar is not going to make 10 million cars a year. They're not trying to do that. They're trying to be the next Porsche, not the next Tesla. NIO is trying to be the next Tesla. They're trying to make 5 million, 10 million vehicles. They're trying to make as much vehicles as possible. They're different. They're different. We're going to get back to the earnings call, but I wanted to talk about this quickly. The business insight. It's just a little time lapse, a little path, the trajectory that Polestar is going into. And what's their trajectory? Launched the Polestar 3 at a global event in Copenhagen. They've completed that. It was a huge success. We love the car. Not everyone likes the price, but I think when you see this car in person and you fall in love with it, you're going to understand the price. You'll understand the price. And what's even more incredible is that I do believe this car is cheaper than the Volvo EX90. So, isn't that interesting? Next up, approach a major milestone, 100,000 Polestar 2 vehicles produced. They've done that. They've released a statement today. Bravo to Polestar. Deliver 30,424 vehicles to end September. They've done that for the first half of this year. Now on track to deliver 50,000 vehicles by the end of the year. We're on track. We're on track. So this timeline is going really well. Achieve 1.48 billion in revenue for the first 9 months of 2022. Expected to deliver approximately 2.4 billion in revenue for 2022, an estimate of 80% year over year. So the first half of that, 1.48, I think they've done that, or at least extremely close to that number. I think it might have fallen by a few million, but extremely close. Bravo. Obtain 1.6 billion in financing and liquidity support package from major shareholders. They've got that from Volvo and from Geely. Bravo. Polestar is thinking ahead. They're working extremely strategic, and this is good. This tells us that this is a company that we can depend on, because we're Polestar fans, but a lot of us are investors. By the way, this is not financial advice, but me as an investor in Polestar, this gives me a lot of confidence that the company knows what they're doing, plans ahead, knows that the industry is going to get more difficult. They're going to need more money, more investments. They can plan for these events, and they can try to avoid the difficult times, despite how difficult it's going to be. Next year, we're going for 100,000 vehicles. In fact, I think Polestar wants to go for 129,000 vehicles delivered next year, built and delivered. However, because of everything that's going on, the difficulty in obtaining lithium, cobalt, nickel, the difficulty in manufacturing these vehicles, the challenges, I think it's going to be incredibly difficult for Polestar to accomplish that goal by the end of next year. However, I do think they're going to get incredibly close, possibly around 80,000 vehicles, 90,000, maybe 100,000. We have to see how it goes. But if it goes anything like this year, Polestar will let us know halfway through the year if they're going to miss the year delivery, because that's what they did this year. They let us know, it was in June, July, they let us know, hey, we're going to miss our delivery expectations. They were supposed to deliver 69,000 vehicles by the end of this year. They let us know earlier, as early as possible, you know, and that was in the middle of their launch when they went public as a public company. They let us know, despite going public, they let us know, listen, we can't deliver on that promise. They were honest with us, and I like honest management. That's what I mean. Good management, unique market value. This is what Polestar is building, unique market value. You know, the cars, they look completely different from anything we've seen before. The cars, they give you both over-the-air updates. The cars, they give you Android Automotive and Apple CarPlay. Apple CarPlay. They give you options. I've driven one of these cars. It drives beautifully. And the Polestar 3 will drive even better. So I've driven a Polestar 2 and it was amazing. If the Polestar 3 is even better at driving, oh my goodness. Comfort, wow. And look at that car. It just looks sexy in every way. Next up on the milestone list, 1 car design and 3 Auto Trade awards. Car Design Awards recognized Polestar with prestigious Best Brand Design Language for 2022. Excellent. In these documents, I was actually looking at the factories. Before we go back to our earnings call, let's just have one more look at the factories. So, when the Polestar 2 started manufacturing, it was in Taizhou in China from 2020, opened in 2016, operated by Volvo Cars. Chengdu, China will be building the Polestar 3, again, a Volvo factory, and that factory was opened in 2013. Now, these are all Chinese based, but Polestar wants to build in the United States. Charlottesville, US factory, 2015. This is a Volvo car factory. The Polestar 3 will be manufactured in both factories, China to service the European market and the American factory in Charlottesville to service the American markets. Brilliant. And manufacturing, I believe manufacturing for the Polestar in China will start early next year. For USA will start late next year in October. That was a big part of the presentation that we were disappointed about. But nevertheless, 2 factories to manufacture 1 car for different locations. That's a positive. That's a good thing. Hangzhou Bay, China will be manufacturing the Polestar 4. That's a crossover SUV. Only 1 factory planned to manufacture that vehicle. But you can see majority of manufacturing to be done in China. By the way, this will be a Geely factory operated, open in 2021, last year. 2024, this factory plans to open in 2024 in China. Chongqing, China, operated by Polestar. I'm smiling because this will be a Polestar only factory. It's not going to be a Geely factory. It's not going to be a Volvo Cars factory. This will be Polestar only. Now the Polestar 5, the chassis, the powertrain, it's being designed in the United Kingdom. That information will be brought over to China to manufacture the vehicle for all markets. The Polestar 5 will be manufactured in low numbers. Porsche recently unveiled that they manufactured 100,000 Porsche Taycans. That car has been out for 3-4 years now. Maybe around 3 years. I think about 3 years. Right? Low manufacturing numbers. So expect the Polestar 5 to be low manufacturing numbers, but that is the competitor, the Porsche Taycan and other BMW and Mercedes vehicles. Those are the competitors, but Polestar will have its own factory. Now the other factories in Charlottesville, Chengdu, Taizhou, I don't know to what extent Volvo and Polestar are sharing these factories. I don't know if Polestar will get full control in the future. I'm not entirely certain. But what I do like about the Charlottesville factory is that it looks like there's plenty of area to expand this factory. You know, assuming that a lot of this space is used for car parking, what they can do is they can build a car park. Just build a car park so people can park on top of each other, giving you more space to expand the factory. Just like Tesla. Tesla builds a manufacturing factory and they continue to expand the factory over time. They build a factory in a location that they know has space to continually expand. And a company like Geely, Volvo, Polestar, they need to focus on gigafactories because Geely is a huge company, Volvo is a huge company, and they want to build a lot of vehicles. They have to focus on building big factories. I'll admit, the good thing is that Polestar is a small company, and for the next 5 years, there will be a small company delivering 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 vehicles. Small factories. Give these smaller factories to Polestar to build their vehicles. But for the future of Volvo and Geely, Volvo wants to make a lot more cars. Geely wants to make a lot more cars. They need mega factories. Mega factories. Yes. So that was my little rant. But I think it was key for me to talk about the factories, because without the factory, what do we have? There's more information on the financial statements. We can go through that in another video. But what we want to do is finish out this video on some positives. And that's majority going to be our webcast video that we were listening to. We're going to get back to that. Now that we've had a look at the documents, we've talked a little bit about the news, about the stock price that's doing incredibly well. I just can't believe they're doing this well. Trending on Yahoo Finance as well. Absolutely incredible. And I've shared with you some of the concept designs for Polestar vehicles. Really incredible. That's coming to the newsletter. I'm adding a lot of that stuff to the newsletter. Newsletter link is in the description. Subscribe to our newsletter. And I'm trying to release regular newsletter, like weekly. That's the goal, is to release weekly newsletter. And my newsletter will have many different subjects. Some will be about Polestar, some will be about Neo. It's going to be filled with a lot of information. Some of the information will be called unnecessary. If it is unnecessary, you don't need to read it. But I'm including it because for some reason I like it. So the newsletter will have a bunch of information, but I hope in the newsletter there's at least one area that you like. Maybe it's Polestar, maybe it's Neo, maybe it's Tesla news, but at least one part. Hit that like button. We have 11 likes right now, I believe. You guys are doing terrific. Thank you for coming to the stream. Thank you for supporting the stream. I am getting a lot better with the cold. I still have a little bit of a cough, but it is getting a lot better. Thank you guys for your continued support. I have another video to upload tonight. About Polestar. I mean, with the share price doing so incredibly well, I kind of have to. I already made the video, but I'm gonna record a little bit more, add to the existing video, and turn it into just one video. I also vlogged a little bit in Barcelona when I went to visit the Polestar showroom. They had cars there ready to test drive. I almost did it, but me and my girlfriend, we didn't have time. This is the showroom in Barcelona. I went in the day as well. We saw it in the night and I couldn't believe it. By the way, you see those posters in the background? I really want those. I want those posters in my room. I want them in my life. I need them in my house. They're big posters and they're beautiful. I swear, they're beautiful. Let's read the comments and let's go back to our earnings call. We need to finish this earnings call because it's long. Rich says, love the Polestar videos. Thank you, Rich. I really appreciate it. Rich also said, Citigroup came out with a $12 price target today. Did they? You know, there's going to be a lot of articles written about this, which means I'm going to make more videos for you guys. And you see how happy it is for me to make videos. I love making videos for you guys. I love the positive review. If you guys have any criticism, constructive criticism about my videos, please leave it in the comments because I always want to improve the videos, of course, for you guys. But we got a great microphone. Look at that. What am I doing? We've got a blue microphone. And it's been terrific so far. So the quality of videos, and we've got a MacBook Pro specifically to make better quality videos because my older computer was getting slow, so I had to upgrade. And you guys supporting me, I really appreciate that. JS said, "Oh, Charleston, not charlatan, a person falsely claiming to have a specific knowledge or skill." Really, seriously, I can't believe that. Jay also said, I consider that Polestar's Chinese manufacturing strategy to be its strength and its weakness, e.g., what happened to Polestar if China attacks Taiwan. Yeah. That's a big weakness, not just for Polestar. Big weakness for Tesla as well. Tesla manufacturers in China. NIO manufacturers in China. Volvo manufacturers in China. It's not just Polestar. This is serious. Whenever war comes into question, it's always a serious topic because people lose their life, and often it's not the people in the country who started the war. It's the governments. It's the people at the top. It's the few government bodies who start a war and then draft their citizen to go to war and get themselves hurt, get them and die. All because governments decide to go to war. It's ridiculous. Can you imagine that? The governments decide to go to war, and the ones who suffer the most are the people. The governments are safe in bunkers or wherever the hell they are. They're safe. The ones who go to war, the ones who died, are the people. So I never like these governments' bodies when they get into war with other countries, especially when it's easy not to get into war because it's easy to stay the hell out of other people's country. For hundreds of years, we've been going into other people's countries, starting wars. It's ridiculous. It really is. And that's how majority of wars are started. It's not between the people. People just want to have a good life. They just want to live a peaceful life. Majority of people, at least. Majority. There's a small percentage who are bad people. But it's like Bob Marley said. The bad people out there who are trying to make this world a bad place, they don't have a rest day. They don't give up. The good people who are out there trying to make this world a better place, we shouldn't give up either. It's key to remember. Rich says, my bad price target wasn't today. You had a bad price target? Let me know. Leave a comment. Let's get back to our earnings call right now.
You say now you're funded through 23, and I assume that's based on your existing forecast, right? But let's say things doesn't turn out as well as you expect. How much room is there for you to sort of cut down on CapEx, manage working capital a bit more efficiently on the OpEx side, marketing, etc.? I mean, how much room for weaker demand is there, and while you still be able to keep to stay funded through next year? Any out there?
Yeah, I think we recognize that the macro environment is challenging and likely persists. So we're not necessarily waiting for times to get worse. We're already now taking actions to make sure that we're very prudent in our spend. So managing our operational costs, it's absolutely a key priority, and that we're already taking actions towards. Like I said, identifying and executing on cost efficiency opportunities. So that's definitely one avenue. Another avenue that we already today are working actively with and is just around the whole revenue management, and of course in regards to optimizing mix, levels of sales support, etc. So I think if anything, all those work streams would just intensify. But again, we're not waiting for times to get worse. We're already acting on those now.
I think what this 1.6 billion secure, of course, is as well the investment into our product portfolio. So that is in that way secured and guaranteed that we will not have to compromise on that. Weaker market demand, whatever, of course, like we can work on marketing cost. Not having to produce these cars automatically will be, of course, a different business plan for us. So I think the main key is with this funding support, we definitely can secure that we are on track, developing the company, our product portfolio, our business, so that the projections, the ideas of where we want to be in 2025 are not influenced.
And I can just echo what Thomas said, and the whole point of this is to safeguard the core programs. And so with the three product launches we have over the next 3 years, we're really focused on delivering on those milestones and for those products to then start generating the revenues and the margins.
Very good. Thank you. And then if you could just follow up with to confirm what you said previously on the question of the Polestar 4. What did you say that we'll see both the reveal and the production start next year, or did you just confirm that it will be presented to us next year?
Well, we will launch the car, and that is not. I'm not talking here that we just go and present you the design of the car. That will be the start of the launch. That includes, of course, as well industrial milestones that we will hit along the line in 23.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we're going to take our next question. Please stand by. And the next question comes to the line of Charles Caldicott from Redburn. Your line is open. Please ask your question.
So good news. I've found after hours. I found after hours. You have reached your article limit. I hate this. I hate this. Websites that don't allow me to view the articles without paying for it. It's ridiculous. Just show me ads. Just show me ads. Seriously. Okay, so I found after hours trading. So that's what it says right there. It says after hours trading. So these are the trades that are going on right now in after hours. So I've never known about this. This is my first time discovering this. So how does this work? How does after trading hours work? So if the market is closed, who the hell is trading? How? That's what I'm curious about. But it is curious that the after hours price trading right now is $7.77. If we go back to Yahoo, as you can see, at close it was $7.82. After hours, it is showing an after hours trading price, $7.77. Wow. So I must thank the Lion, Simpleman72, for posting this. He said use Market Watch. That's how we discovered aftermarkets trading. Absolutely incredible. And Polestar was trending today, guys. We were trending big time. Banks, hedge funds, institutions. Really? Wait, is that how after hours trading works? Institutions, banks, and hedge funds, they're the ones who are trading right now. They really get a great advantage, don't they? So we can't trade right now, but they can. The world works in mysterious ways, and every day you learn something new. You guys are teaching me so much. Thank you. It's a little bit shady. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit shady. Because I thought when when the market closed, but it was like, no. When the market closed, the market is closed for you. What do they call us? I believe they call us, whoa, what is this? Copper police fire tear gas at local people protesting against a huge copper mine development. I have to look into that. I hate it when these things happen. I hate it when these things happen, man. And they're happening so much in the world right now. Courtney Vegan says, I don't know that part, but what does Courtney Vegan has to say? But it's been around for a while. Oh, really? Okay, so after hours trading has been around for a while. But you know, if it's been around for a while and they're doing it, is because there's money to be earned. There's money to be earned, of course. Of course they would. Let's get back to, now that we figured out after hours trading, I can't look up my Volvo article. I'll find it somewhere else. Let's get back to our earnings call.
Oh, hey, sorry. I thought I'd just jump back in if there was time. I want to ask on China as well. So I think, if I'm correct, you've only sold about 1,000 Polestar 2s in China this year. And I guess to an extent, you're prioritizing Europe because it sounds like it's higher margin for you. But is it demand in China is maybe a bit more muted than you would have liked? And if so, how do you solve that? Is it just that the domestic OEMs are very competitive when it comes to EVs in China?
Well, obviously, the launch of the Polestar 3, and that I definitely should underline here, of course, the Polestar 4 will be very crucial products for us to get into a competitive and strong position here in China. And for that reason, we definitely expect and work on a market in China where with Polestar 3 and 4, we will accelerate and make that as well an important part of our business.
Okay, understood. And then just another one on the funding. The latest funding round is from Volvo and Geely again. I wonder, at what stage do you think that Volvo and Geely might be willing to perhaps relinquish some of their stake in order to increase the free float of Polestar?
Yeah, Charlie, I mean, that's really a question for them rather than for us. The lockup from the SPAC transaction expires here in December, and of course that will release the shares not only from our two major shareholders but from other or from non-related parties as well, which then over time should help the free float. But in regards to a specific question for the share, I think that's more of a question for our shareholders.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. Dear participants, as a reminder, if you wish to ask a question, please press star 11 on your telephone keypad. There are no further questions at this time. I would now like to hand the conference over to our speaker, Thomas Ingenlath, for closing remarks.
Okay.
So Thomas Ingenlath is about to give us our closing remarks. Oh, wow. We've got like 5 minutes left of this. And so we can end the stream. I know you guys are getting tired. You guys are getting tired. I've kept you too long. I've kept you way too long. I've seen clips of this video, how the Porsche Taycan is made, how many cars are made. Really interesting stuff. So we're gonna listen to Thomas, just his final statements about the Polestar company, closing statements, really key. Electric vehicles are trending on Twitter right now, actually, so that's pretty good. And a lot of people are talking about the 100,000 Polestar 2s that are produced and being delivered. The final ones are being delivered to Ireland. To Ireland. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm on Twitter majority of the time. So you guys follow me on Twitter if you want to keep up with some updates. By the way, the Lion, Simpleman72, are you watching? Are you in the live stream? Because you follow me on Twitter. Thank you for following me as well. Thank you for the support and for the information about going to Market Watch. But are you watching the live stream? Because I don't know. So yeah, Alfonso is great. Does anyone else follow Alfonso? We know who Alfonso is. He used to run the electric car EV blog. This is the EV blog. He still owns the EV blog. He still keeps up all the articles, but we used to use this all the time for Polestar information, right? Like especially me, my regular Polestar updates were always going to EV website, EV blog, and checking out Alfonso articles on Polestar. Now Alfonso is working full-time for NIO. Congratulations to him. Fantastic stuff. I've never seen a NIO in person. This guy gets to enjoy the luxury of NIO vehicles. Yeah, good job to Alfonso. Let's get back to our earnings call. Thomas Ingenlath, our CEO, final statements.
Okay, then thank you all for joining on our first quarterly results call. Let me then finish with 3 points just to summarize where we see the highlights for today. And that is definitely that despite the challenges that are affecting our whole industry, we are very delighted that we are on track to reach the target of 50,000 deliveries this year. Secondly, we have launched the Polestar 3. That's a major real milestone for our company, taking us into that premium SUV sector. And last but not least, the financing package secured from our shareholders allows Polestar to focus on delivering more cars to more customers. And as we talked about, next year, you will not only see the first deliveries of the Polestar 3, but we will also launch the Polestar 4. I look forward to telling you more when we speak next time, and hopefully see you as well, each other along this exciting journey of Polestar in 2023. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I do believe that's the end of our earnings call. Yeah, if we go back to the Monument YouTube channel, the majority of you guys actually requested a 10-minute video about the earnings call. But considering how positive and great this live stream has been, I think the right decision was to do a live stream. 23% said live stream, so that was in second. But over 55% said 10-minute video. So maybe I will make an additional video about it, because now that I've listened to it, I can actually understand much more. And I looked into the filings, and that gave us some key and important insight. So that was positive. That was quite positive. So maybe I'll make a second video about it. After hours trading, there you go. Jay says the drawback of pre-market and late trading is that trading volumes are pretty low, so prices are more volatile. Thus, value is questionable, but retail investors don't access any way. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. Retail investors have, we are the retail investors. We don't have access to after hours trading, but institution does. And majority of investments into companies are institutions anyway. You know, majority of people, they don't invest in stocks and shares. It's stocks and shares are actually majority institutions, big companies who invest in stocks and shares. Majority of people don't do it because we haven't been taught to do it. Our school system, they don't teach us about investing. They don't teach us about taxes, freelancing. They don't teach us about our rights. They don't teach us those stuff. So how interesting that after hours trading is meant for a different side of the market. And as you can see, the share price is slightly going back down slightly. So, you know what I've always found annoying and curious was the fact that sometimes I'd wake up and I'd look at the price of the share, and sometimes the share closed at $5, but in the morning, the share price started trading at $5.20. And I always wonder, why is that? Is it because of pre-orders? Like, you know how people can put in, before the market is open, you can put in an order before the market is open, and when the market is open, that order will be executed almost immediately or as soon as possible. That's what I thought that was going on. Now I know that's not what goes on. It's majority because of after hours trading. Why the closing price is often different from the starting price in the morning. I never understood that until now. Courtney Vegan also said, I didn't know who did after hours trading until now. Neither did I. I didn't even know what was after hours trading. I didn't know. But thankfully we can educate each other. We got 5 viewers now. Everyone is leaving. Good night, everyone. Good night. It's 10 o'clock in the UK. I got to end this video. I got to get ready to end the night. I'll try to upload one more video, simply because I love you guys. But no guarantees for tonight. But there is a video that I uploaded today, a Polestar video. So if you want to watch a Polestar video, check this one out. I uploaded a Arrival video yesterday. I uploaded a Polestar video yesterday as well. Polestar 4 confirm. And at the end of that earning calls, Thomas Ingerlith confirmed it himself. So guaranteed, we're getting this Polestar vehicle. Another thing, have you guys seen this? Have you seen this trending around? This Polestar concept, Hot Wheels vehicle. Oh my goodness, it looks so amazing. This brings me back to my childhood. Seriously, it brings a lot of us back to our childhood, doesn't it? Because we love cars and we love Hot Wheels. And this is another Polestar concept. There is no image from the front. Hopefully the designers post more images of the front of the vehicle. But for right now, there's no image. It's a pickup truck or an SUV of some sort. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. I love these concepts. I love these designs. I hope Polestar makes some of these vehicles in the future. Jay says pre-market trading has a lot to do with where the opening price is set. Pre-market trading, yes. So that's what I was thinking. But pre-market trading is basically the same as after-hours trading, right? I'm guessing. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I am. I love these Polestar concepts, though. I hope you guys enjoyed me showing you some of these Polestar concepts. Maybe you knew about it before. By the way, the Polestar 2 logo, 2D form. That's cute. That's kind of cute. Check out this clip, though. Check out this drive. By the way, we got 8 viewers, 13 likes. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the video. Before we end this video, one more thing, very important. Speaking of driving, I am working on a campaign, videoing Polestar cars, EV cars, any EV cars. If you own an EV car, you live in the UK, you live nearby Bristol or Somerset, or you know someone who owns an EV cars, especially Polestar that lives close by Bristol, where I live, I'm looking for someone who would allow me to video their car. Basically, I'd like to video their car in a cinematic way. Basically like making a car commercial. And I want to use that content for the Monument channel. I also want to use the content to approach brands such as Polestar, such as Volvo. So possibly I could work with those brands to create a commercial for them. So yeah, it's something I've been thinking about recently, and it's something I'll definitely be doing. And now, if I can't find anyone on the YouTube channel who wants to let me video their car, I will start reaching out to people on Facebook, because I'm in some Facebook groups and there's a lot of people who are talking about their Polestar vehicles every day. I'll get in contact with those people and I'll basically explain my plan and the idea that I have and what I do on the channel, and I'll just ask them nicely if they'd be okay with me videoing their car. They would drive, I would just video. I'd use a drone, get some cool drone shots, and I would use a gimbal. Everything would be filmed on my iPhone, by the way. I paid $1,000 for that phone. It's might as well I use it for work. Pay too much money for it, so yeah, use it as much as I can. You got to utilize this. So I was thinking about buying a camera, but then I was like, no way. My camera is actually quite perfect. In fact, it's so good. I've got 3 cameras. Don't we all? Like these new phones, the cameras are good enough to film commercials sometimes or movies. It's really incredible. So yeah, if anyone knows anyone with a car, EV car, any EV car, by the way, any EV car, not just Polestar, any EV car, and you would be okay with me videoing your car, please get in contact. Get in contact with me. Leave a comment, get in contact with me, and let's create so I'll create basically a commercial for our channel, for Monument. I'll post it on the channel and I'll use it to promote the channel and use it to contact companies. Yeah, that's what I wanted to end our video on. Just a positive output. I made a video about this, playing Forza or play an Xbox in your Polestar 2. I made a video about this. Video didn't do so well, but you know. I love Forza Horizon. I love Forza Horizon, bro. Jay said, sorry, I took my car money and invested it instead. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea, because your car will lose value and your shares will gain value. I have to agree with you on that one. Jay says pre-market early trading. Early trading. Yeah. We got 4 viewers right now, so I think it's a good time for us to end the channel. Sorry. Why did I say end the channel? End the live stream, not the channel. We love the channel. We're going to keep the channel for as long as possible. Jay says, damn right. Damn right. Damn right, bro. Yeah. Plenty of positive stuff to come from the channel in the future. I've got a lot of stuff I'm working on. And I think when I work on those commercials, it's mostly for next year. This year is all about promoting the idea, getting people, finding people who will allow me to video their cars. Next year will be the year when we go into production. Next year is the year. Yeah, best place to keep updated with me is Twitter. Not gonna lie. I'm trying to be more active on Instagram, but I'm not. But I'm trying. I'm majority active on Twitter though. I love this image. I think this is actually in the UK, in Bristol. I think this is the bridge that's going towards Wales. Or it might be in Wales going towards Bristol. Either way, I think it's the Prince of Wales Bridge in the UK. Beautiful shot though. What a lovely shot. What a lovely shot. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is not the UK. Because they're driving on the right side of the road. I just realized. They're driving on the right side of the road. It looks like the Prince of Wales Bridge though. If anyone is from the UK, I'm so silly. I'm so silly. The license plate says DK. Denmark, right? I'm so silly. I'm sorry, guys. If it was in the UK, there would be a different license plate and it would have a green badge, not yellow. We've got 2 viewers now. It's time to end live stream. The license plate looks Danish. That was embarrassing. Let's just pretend like it didn't happen at all. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. It didn't happen. Let's just end the video right here. I love the Volvo EX90 though. I love the lights. Have you guys seen the lights? Whew. Have you guys seen the lights? The lights are incredible. The lights are incredible. My goodness. Oh my goodness. When I saw those lights for the first time, and you know how the lights opens, I was astounded. Let's see if they show us the lights here. This car is beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah. That must be the huge bridge between Denmark and Malmö, Sweden. Yeah. Yeah. Must be. It must be. It must be. Yeah, we're gonna end the video right here. But yeah, I've just been posting on Twitter non-stop. I've been posting on Twitter non-stop, and it's been fun. It's been really great. This was me teasing the newsletter. These are some of the content that are coming to our newsletter. Yeah. Jay says night. Good night, bro. Thank you all for coming by and watching and liking and supporting and sticking with us. Not just leaving after 5 minutes. Majority of people have watched for 7 minutes. The average view duration is 7 minutes. Thank you all. Thank you all. Front of this looks like a Polestar 2, doesn't it? Seriously. It probably shares the same chassis. Yeah, probably similar design. Yeah, you guys can leave now. Go to your bed. Thank you for watching. I don't want to keep you for longer. I feel bad if I keep you guys for longer. Yeah. I was trying to find an image. This was in Barcelona of a Tesla vehicle, a Tesla taxi. It was fun. This is Thomas Ingerlith post to Elon Musk. Elon, it's fading. It is fading. We've got one viewer right now. One viewer. Who the hell is still watching? Thank you. Thank you for the support. Yeah. This is a good way to end the video. Just bore you guys. Just bore you. Just bore you guys. We're gonna end the video right here. I can't find the image I was looking for. It's a Volvo shot that I got. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to see more. Leave a like, leave a comment. And I will see you in the next one. Polestar, $8 next. Let's get it. Let's see how well we do tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.